Okay, so hi, my name is Adriana Carlesimo, and I'm a hypnotherapist in Brooklyn, New York. Today, we're going to do a little bit of EFT tapping for anxiety. Now, when I do this, if I say something that doesn't necessarily match up one-to-one with whatever your specific situation is that you're anxious about, feel free to shift out the words that I'm using for your own words. Now, before we get started, first thing is kind of check in with yourself and just notice on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being absolutely no anxiety, 10 being like, oh my God, I feel like I'm about to have a panic attack. Just check in with yourself and kind of notice what level your anxiety is currently at. And then the next thing I want you to do is also just feel into your body to notice if you felt the anxiety in one specific location, where do you feel it the most? And also just get a sense of kind of what it feels like. So I'm going to use the example of I feel like kind of like I have a pit in my stomach. So when I say that during the tapping, again, feel free to change it for wherever you're specifically feeling it and whatever it feels like to you. So, okay, we're going to get started with the karate chop point. So you're going to follow along with me, tapping where I'm tapping and then repeating after me with what I'm saying. Even though I'm feeling really anxious right now, I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm really anxious about this thing and I don't know what's going to happen, I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm feeling really, really anxious right now, and I have these anxious thoughts and these anxious feelings, I still deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Okay, now we're going to start at the eyebrow point. All of this anxiety. And as you say these words, you want to actually kind of get yourself to be feeling into the anxiety, almost like feeling it as much as you can. And then the tapping helps to kind of bring it down. So all of this anxiety next to the eye, all of this anxiety underneath the eye, these anxious thoughts under the nose, these anxious feelings on the chin, all of this anxiety on the collarbone. I'm feeling really, really anxious right now. Under the armpit. Oh, I'm so anxious. All of this anxiety. This anxiety that I'm feeling in my stomach. This anxiety that feels like a pit in my stomach. All of this anxious feeling in my body. All of this anxious feeling in my mind. All of these anxious thoughts. What if this really bad thing happens? What if I can't handle it? What if the worst case scenario actually plays out? All of these what if thoughts. I want to begin to let them go. All of these anxious feelings. this anxiety that I'm feeling like a pit in my stomach. I want to begin to let it go. All of this focus on the worst case scenario. I want to stop focusing on the negative. I want to begin to release this anxiety. Let's pause for a second, take a nice deep breath in, and just check in with yourself. Again, gauging on a scale of 0 to 10. Notice how high you're feeling the anxiety right now. And just see if it's come down a little bit. If not, you can go ahead and rewatch that first portion. And the other thing I would have you do is also just check into your body once again. Sometimes the sensation of the anxiety can move into other places. So just notice if it's still in that same location or if it's moved and if the sensation itself has shifted at all. Okay. And we're going to start here once again. Even though I still have some of this anxiety, I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I still have some of this anxiety, I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm still feeling a little bit anxious, I still deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. This remaining anxiety, the remaining anxious feelings, the remaining anxious thoughts, all of the what ifs. What if this really terrible thing happens? What if my worst nightmare happens? What if the worst case scenario is what ends up happening? I'm choosing to release those what if thoughts. This anxiety, this anxious feeling in my stomach, this anxiety that feels like a big pit in my stomach. I choose to release this anxiety. All of these anxious thoughts, feels like my mind is kind of spiraling out of control. I choose to release these anxious thoughts. I choose to feel calmer. But what if this really bad thing happens? What if this person's upset with me? What if I hurt someone? I know that all of these what if questions aren't serving me. So I choose to let them go. All of these unhelpful thoughts, all of these anxious feelings, I choose to let them all go. And I choose to feel calm and peaceful. I choose to feel calm. I choose to feel present. I choose to feel grounded. I choose to feel at peace. I choose to be here and now. I choose to feel good. I choose to feel peaceful. And I choose to feel calm. And then you'll pause, take a nice deep breath, and just check in with yourself. Notice what, on a scale of 0 to 10, what rating you're now at. And then you can continue to watch the video until you get it down to as low as you would like.